everyone, welcome to a new reading vlog. I hope you guys are doing so incredibly well. It's good to be back. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your time with me. I haven't uploaded in a while because I moved. You can maybe see that from my bookshelves if you're a returning subscriber. There will be more on that in like my next weekly reading vlog, which would be happening after this weekend. However, I have different plans for us this weekend, which you probably have already guessed by the title. I don't know what I'm calling this yet. However, I want to kind of experiment with like Instagram Reels / TikTok. I use Instagram Reels. TikTok was too much of a time commitment for me. Like I would scroll endlessly for hours and my time is worth a little bit more than that, in my opinion. Instagram Reels is kind of a good balance for me. That's not the point. I've seen a lot of my favorite indie published authors kind of market their books on BookTok and TikTok and whatever to kind of expand their reach, and I found that to be such an interesting tactic. A lot of them use little story times and like pretend something is happening and they're like, oh, if this interests you, actually read my book. And I thought that was such a smart way of doing it, and I stumbled across this one book, which is the book we're going to be reading for this vlog, and it hit a lot of buzzwords that I have as a reader, and I was like, you know what, it would be super interesting, one, to read the book and encourage the author, because I'm all about supporting indie authors. I know it's hard to make it in the publishing industry, and it's just a great avenue, like, to self-publish your own work. So I thought, you know what, we're going to test this out and see if authors are throwing out really big buzzwords just to grab people's attention, or if it actually is a good representation of what you can expect in those novels. So I think I screen recorded this already. Yeah, I have one of the screen recordings of the things I found on Instagram Reels, which kind of led me to look at this book and then end up making up my mind and purchasing it, and it should be here in the mail today, so we're going to start the book whenever it gets here. The book is called Founded on Goodbye. Let me see the Goodreads. And it is by Kate Singleton, and this is, it says, his songs were better when he had a broken heart. That sentence would change my life after my dream job was stitched to me on a shiny silver platter. All I had to do, hurt Nash Pierce enough to get him writing good music again. The pop icon songs were no longer the phenomenon they used to be. His team needed another breakthrough album, like the first he'd penned, using his heartbreak as fuel. The plan was simple. I'd go on tour with him as a backup dancer and make him fall in love with me. I was hired to inspire, to become embedded into every lyric he wrote. Then I was to set fire to it all, destroy it, to destroy every feeling we hoped he'd develop for me. It seemed simple enough, easy even. I didn't expect to be consumed myself, to see so much in the man displayed in the tabloids. I didn't foresee falling for him. It didn't occur to me that, while attempting to break his heart, I might just shatter my own. Most of all, I never thought I'd fight so hard to hold on to a relationship that had always been founded on a goodbye. Which, I love this. I love famous people. I love, like either fake dating or like plotting, because, you know, the industry needs something out of it, because it really reminds me of one of my all-time favorite books, which is When It's Real by Aaron Watt. This is the story of a famous kind of pop star, rock star, and he isn't getting the best attention from the tabloids and the media, and so they plan this whole scheme to make him fake date this girl but make it seem like it's real, so that his image can be good again. Like, he's going to date a proper regular girl, the girl gets money in exchange, and they end up actually falling in love, and things go from there. The book we're going to read for this vlog kind of reminds me of this, so I want to see if those words were thrown around just to compare it to other books that I have sold well, kind of like this one, or if it's actually a really good book. Obviously, no tea, no shade to the author. You do what you need to do to like market your own book, especially when you're self-publishing, but I thought it would be an interesting experiment. So I'm going to wait for the book to get here. I think it's pretty short. I don't know. It's not saying on Goodreads. Let me see on Amazon. I think it's maybe like max 300 pages. It's 289 pages, so it should be pretty easy to read. It only has like 100 ratings on Goodreads, so if I could bring even 1 or 2 extra people to read this book with this video, that would be great for the author. So those are the reading plans, and I'll catch you guys when I actually have the book. So while we wait for the book, I changed. We're gonna go do an arm workout in my garage because I have a gym now. Also, there's so many cats outside my window. I love this. I want to be productive today. Yesterday, I kind of hit a wall. I think I was exhausted and I became very moody as well. And I don't want that to happen again because we have things to do. No people to see, but you know, we're gonna do things. And so the plan is to do an arm workout in my garage. That is a gym. And then we're going to clean the sheets, take out the bunnies, you know, do the little adult productive things so that when the book gets here, I can just stop being an adult and just go back to my teenage self and read a bunch in one sitting. And I'm also supposed to get my bath caddy today, which I've been wanting for 2 years. And with the research and everything and just not wanting to pay for it, now I have. It should be here. Very exciting. And yeah, without more procrastination on my part, let's get going. Hello, we're back in front of the bookshelves because I filmed a little unboxing. My book is here. I just finished researching a lot of different book releases for a romance video that I'm filming probably tomorrow. It's here. It is beautiful. Found it on Goodbye, and it probably has a huge reflection because of my ring light. I like how it says Heartbreak Sells on here. This is what it looks like. This is what we are reading. Oh, is this dual perspective? It is! And it looks a little bit steamy. So, we're going to pick this up. I'm going to use one of my new bookmarks, which says, "You fell asleep here," and it has a little tassel. So we're gonna put this right in here. And I think I'm going to update you guys every like 50-ish pages. I think that's reasonable. I'm gonna go put this away first, and then we can begin actually reading for this vlog. Okay, first update. I am 57 pages through this, and I keep smiling. I am absolutely adoring this. The writing style is exactly up my alley. This feels like a well-versed indie author. I love the dual perspective. It brings out so much in the characters, and I've been tabbing this and having such a great time. So essentially what has been happening in this book right now is our main character meets with, well, our main character Nora meets with Nash's publicist, like person in charge, manager, and she tells her the kind of scheme they have in mind, and at first our main character isn't really sure she wants to do that. She seems to have kind of a hidden backstory, and she doesn't want to sell herself to follow her dream, and she feels that by trying to get this boy to fall in love with her, she's kind of doing that. But after talking with her friend, she ends up realizing that, like, what are the actual odds of her being able to convince this boy to fall in love with her? And she's like, you know what, screw it, I'll just take it. And so we follow her through the dance rehearsals and all the things that are included in prepping for a tour. Nash is really adamant he doesn't want background dancers. He doesn't want her anywhere near him. They've had a few interactions, and she does have a pull towards him, but it makes him angry, and so he's trying even harder to push her away because he was kind of scarred by his past relationship, and I feel like you can see the angst and the anger really well. This is definitely new adult. I think they are 24 and 21. There is a little bit of swearing in here, but it's nothing major, and I feel for the most part it adds to the novel. It's not just there to be there, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. It's hard to put down. Like, I'm really having a great time with this, and as of now I definitely think it lives up to the promise of the synopses it had, so I'm going to keep reading. And yes, I'm very impressed by this, and I keep thinking like, oh, maybe this will be like a series, or this author have other books, because as of now I would definitely see myself reading other things this author puts out, and I'm really glad I stumbled upon this Instagram reel. Hello, I am now exactly 100 pages? Yes. Exactly 100 pages into this book, and I am loving it with every single piece of my soul. This really reminds me of When It's Real by Aaron Watt, and I'm not exactly at the halfway point. Maybe I'm like, what, 30-ish% of the way through. I firmly believe that the author of this book has not thrown out buzzwords just to throw out buzzwords. This is absolutely incredible. It reads so quickly. I think that the writing is very fluent. Although it is simple, you still feel things. This is hitting all of the right tropes for me. I'm loving the dual perspective. I'm loving all the dance references and the mention of fame and how that kind of is not always easy, and you know, how you're not really close to people, and just the image you want to portray. I would say there are trigger warnings for this, for drugs and alcohol abuse, because I feel like Nash is at a point in his life where he's not doing so well, and in order to numb the pain he does say that he does use alcohol, drugs, sex, and so if it's something you need to be cautious about, I would go in with that in mind. I do think something bad happened to our main female character, which caused her to leave her hometown. I have a feeling it's something, I don't know if it's of sexual nature or something else entirely, but I kind of have a feeling it's that, so I will mention trigger warnings if there are any. But honestly, as of now, this is definitely a 5-star read. I am engrossed in the story. I love the characters, the side characters, the friends. Our main character has made a good friend on the dance, within the dance troupe, and I'm just absolutely loving it. We are starting to see more one-on-one time with our main characters, and I'm really adoring every single second of my time with this book. It's definitely getting me out of my reading slump, and I could not have asked for a better book. As of now, I'm hoping, because obviously something's gonna go bad at some time, because, you know, she was hired to break his heart. I'm hoping it all resolves well and that the conflict isn't like either brushed off and like it doesn't really happen, or that it goes too much into it that whatever happens cannot be brought back, you know, because I can't root for a couple if what is said and done during their breakup is not, you know, something you can fix. So I think I might go order some food and I'm gonna keep reading. Yes, hi, hello, I would like to report a crime. I don't feel good. If ever you read this book, near the end of page 210, I want to cry, and the bad part hasn't really happened yet, but it's gonna happen. And I don't know how I'm gonna handle this book. I'm not okay. I'm loving this so much, you guys. Oh my god. One of my new favorite books of the year, if it keeps getting, like, if it keeps being as good. I was in the bath for like literally 15 minutes with my new bath caddy that I've been wanting to hang out with for 2 years. Not with the bath caddy, but like hang out with the in the bath with a bat. Anyways, I'm not making sense. And I stayed in there 15 minutes because I didn't bring my book. And I was like, I need to finish this. Like, I need to know how it ends. So now I'm sitting here in my pajamas, an emotional mess. And the worst part hasn't even happened yet. Pray for me, please. Oh my god. Okay, friends, we are here to wrap up this vlog in my pajamas, classy as ever. But I finished the book, and because my thoughts are still fresh, I wanted to review it for you guys. I loved this book from beginning to end. 5 out of 5 stars. I don't think it comes as a surprise if you've made it this far. I am absolutely blown away by how much I adored this book. I'm so happy I didn't film like my 5-star books so far this year, because I definitely want to include that on there. I hope more of you guys will read it and that this author will find even more success, because this was absolutely incredible. Not only was it a absolutely amazing love story between a dancer who was following her dreams and a pop star who is struggling to find value in the dreams he has worked so hard to obtain, and this also has a lot of different levels. I did mention trigger warnings for alcohol and drug abuse. I think this is very well tackled, and it really does show the difficulties of someone who struggles with alcoholism and the available treatments. We also have trigger warnings for abuse. It is not on page, however, I do want to mention that it is there, and that our female main character has some sort of history, which I'm not going to spoil, but it is talked about, especially near the end of the book. But holy crap, I adored it. I love the chemistry. I love the ups and downs. I think that the way the relationship was discussed and how the difficulties and the tendencies of our 2 main characters heavily weighed in the relationship, and how they really learned to be friends before anything actually happened. And I do love how the incident in this book was tackled, like the 3rd act breakup, which we all know was coming. I do also love how the title actually plays into the end of the book. I really loved it. I just think the writing is absolutely stunning. I loved both of our main characters and I rooted for them all the way. I do like what the book does with the family elements as well, and I don't want to spoil anything because this is only like 300 pages, but I highly recommend it if you like rock star romances, if you like kind of fake dating in a sense. It really does remind me of When It's Real by Aaron Watt, so if you like this, it's definitely a book I would recommend, and vice versa. If you did already read Found It on Goodbye and want another book to cure the book hangover that I'm feeling right now, When It's Real definitely is a contender. I kind of want to reread this and also watch Starstruck, the Disney movie. So all in all, I highly recommend this, and I do think that the TikTok advertisement for this was on point. I think that all the buzzwords that were used by the author were absolutely spot on, and that this marketing strategy actually really worked in their favor. It's crazy what the online community for books and anything else can do, and I'm just really grateful that I got to experience this novel, and I wish the best of luck to this author. I know she has 2 other books, I believe, that are out. I might look at some of them, but this is definitely one that will stick with me and that I will want to reread eventually, and I highly recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed my reading vlog with this and that you will put it on a list of books you might want to read, especially if you have similar reading tastes to mine. So that's it for today's video and experiment. I might do round 2 of this and find another author and see if it was just a fluke and this time the advertisement was actually what was in the book, or if, you know, authors are actually honest about what their books are about and are just really good at grabbing the proper audience. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye guys!